Hey everybody, it's Melissa and we're nearing the end of August 2024. So I'm going to be giving you my top 5 favorite fragrances for the month. And I do want to reiterate that this is just my opinion, okay? And again, for the slower people, this is my opinion, all right? As always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. Any discount codes, any discount links are going to be pinned in the comment section below. They're also going to be in the description box, but please buy where you feel the most comfortable because those are affiliate links. Those are affiliate codes. If you use them, I do get a slight bit of commission. So again, please buy where you're comfy. And this video is going to be a little bit different because I only actually used the top 3 fragrances as my scent of the day throughout the month. Okay, and I'll explain that later. But the last 2 fragrances here in 4th and 5th place are scents that even though I didn't wear them, in my, like whenever I would just kind of be going through my collection, more often than not, I would find myself picking them up and smelling them and just admiring the fragrances. And the reason that I'm adding them to this and I'm telling you this in advance is just because I don't want to change the series to like top 3 or top whatever. I want to keep it at top 5. Okay, so in 5th place is Dior Homme 2020. And the reason why I actually the reason why I found myself reaching for this fragrance a lot is because I went on live a couple times this month and a lot of people would ask me, do you like Dior Homme Intense or Valentino Uomo Intense? And the answer is neither, or it was also that one versus Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé or whatever. And still, all 3 of those fragrances, they're just not my cup of tea. And whenever somebody brings up one of those 3, I always say Dior Homme 2020 wipes the floor with them, in my opinion. I just think that this is an effortlessly classy, sensual fragrance, truly. So that's the reason why, like, I would literally just be doing this. I'm like, yeah, this is so good. It's an absolutely just easy to wear fragrance. It's, to me, more of a nighttime scent, more of a date night kind of fragrance. And depending where you live, right, you can wear this scent 24/7, but I would say if you live where it's warm like myself, it's going to be a little bit harder to do that. So I do like wearing this fragrance for special occasions, and it definitely is one of my favorite designer scents, standard designer scents that's very accessible to anybody really. So you could try any of these for free at the store or get samples of it. That's always what I say. But 5th place, Dior Homme 2020. In 4th place is a Tom Ford fragrance. We actually have a couple Tom Fords on this list, but this one here is Grey Vetiver. And again, the inspiration, the reason why I'm putting this in this video is because of the lives that I was doing within this past month. Was getting asked a lot about work fragrances, more masculine office scents. And the first one that comes to my mind a lot of the times whenever anybody asks me that is Grey Vetiver, because this is a fragrance that gets me in the zone, okay? When you kind of smell it like this, of course, it's not the same as actually wearing it, right? But whenever I wear this fragrance, I'm focused, I'm locked in, you know? It's just so... It's fresh, it's clean, and it's really unproblematic. There's nothing complicated about this fragrance. I don't find it to be a unique scent, but I just find it to be something good to have in your rotation, especially like if you're just somebody that enjoys watching fragrance videos, or maybe you're someone that all you want is a 5 fragrance rotation, which is honestly perfect. And you're like, okay, let me find like a work fragrance or something that I can wear when I'm getting dressed up. More on the masculine side, Grey Vetiver is really, really nice. This is actually my favorite Tom Ford, like standard designer fragrance to wear. You know that my favorite from the private blend is Oud Wood, but this one is just, I like it better than a Velvet Orchid. Velvet Orchid, I think, is the feminine one, the not orange, I'm sorry, it's the purple one. Very floral, a little bit too mature for me, but I really enjoy Grey Vetiver. So 4th place, Grey Vetiver. In 3rd place is, Oud Wood by Tom Ford. This is the second one that I'm talking about here. I actually threw this on yesterday. I only did one spray. And lately, I gotta tell y'all, I really haven't been wearing fragrances as often. Like, I probably have worn, I mean, I really can't even tell you right now. Before, I used to wear them every day. Sometimes I would want to try like really mixing things up a couple times a day. But right now, I'm just, I like smelling good. And I'm not as experimental right now with wanting to try new things and all of that. So even with Oud Wood, I just did one spray of it for myself, just to kind of have it a little, to catch whiffs of it throughout the day. And it's just so good. It's so good. Whenever somebody asks me what their first oud fragrance should be, or they'll say this actually, they'll say that I really am interested in oud because everybody talks about it, but whenever I've smelled it, it literally smells so bad. It smells like shit. How can I like it? And I always say, don't force yourself to like something because other people are saying that it's amazing, right? Everyone has their own journey that they go through in this fragrance game. So don't force yourself to fit any of these, to fit where everyone else seems to be having fun, okay? But for me, I also felt like that early on in my fragrance journey. When I would smell oud, I'm like, this smells like if I were to stick my head in a barnyard and take a deep whiff and be repulsed by it, right? So when I tried Oud Wood for the first time, I was thrown. I liked it, but I remember I got this and Noir de Noir, and I immediately loved Noir de Noir. This one, I found more interesting. I found it to be more unique. And then as I continued to wear it, the more and more I fell in love with it. But it definitely made me just like, made an eyebrow go up. I was like, what? Like, this is crazy. I never smelled something like this before, right? And it's so funny because in the fragrance community, this is probably hailed as a basic fragrance. I'm sure there's so many videos about Oud Wood being overrated. Everyone wears it, yada, yada, yada. But I don't find that to be the case. And again, it depends where you live because certain pockets, maybe more people might be wearing Oud Wood, right? But I feel like this scent smells more like freshly blended wood. I don't think it's an animalistic woody smell. When I say animalistic, think of the barnyard scent that I was just talking about a while ago, okay? I think that this scent is it's easier to like for newer people that are interested in this note, because frag heads are going to tell you, oh, Oud Wood's not even an oud fragrance. But listen, people have to start somewhere, and that's okay. And even for me, somebody that has smelled a ton of oud fragrances, this is still one of my favorites. I still love it, and I'm not going to hate on it because it's more mass appealing. I'm not going to try to act different about it just to, have some sort of superiority complex about it. Fact of the matter is Oud Wood is a great scent. I love wearing it, and when I do wear it around others and they catch a whiff of it, they enjoy it as well. Now, performance on Oud Wood, I do get a noticeable 6 hours of performance with it. Not when I do one spray. Like when I did one spray the other day, it was definitely less than that, at least to me, notice-wise, because I only did it one spray on the back of my neck. But again, I wasn't looking for any sort of long-lasting performance from it. Just wanted to wear it to smell it for a little bit on myself. So third place, Oud Wood. In second place is the new Viktor and Rolf fragrance. This one is called Dark Leather EDP. Okay, now this scent is it going to be something that you're probably going to see on my top fives next month? No. The reason why it's on this list is just because I had a little bit of I wore this a couple times this month, and I liked it. Right? The first time I wore it, I was like, okay, I'm not as into leathery fragrances. Y'all have probably heard me say that a lot, especially if you're subscribed to my channel. But I do enjoy this scent. I do enjoy dark leather. I think that especially for a designer fragrance, just imagining your average person walking into Sephora and seeing this there after smelling a bunch of the other fragrances that on the masculine side are very blue, right? When I say blue, think of ambroxan-based fragrances like Dior Sauvage, think of stuff like Bleu de Chanel, YSL, YEDP. On the feminine side, you're going to be smelling more floral fragrances, more vanillic fragrances. So when you grab something like Spice Bomb Dark Leather, after smelling a bunch of those that are all kind of blending into one same scent, you're gonna go, oh damn, okay, that's different. That's something right there, right? So I do think that this is a good thing that they've added to their lineup, because leather is a very popular note that so many people are searching for in a lot of fragrances. And to me, a lot of the times when I smell leather, it smells like the back of somebody's car, and I'm not really with it. Or sometimes it smells like plane seats, and I'm not too crazy about wanting to smell like plane seats. But I do find that this is a well done leathery sort of fragrance. It does kind of get a little bit powdery on me, especially I did wear it in the heat, which I shouldn't have. I really, really shouldn't have. But I'm really interested to try to wear this fragrance the same way that I would wear Spice Bomb Extreme, which would be when it's full on nighttime. I'm not gonna wear this, oh, it's evening and the sun is setting. No, if the sun is out, I will not spray this fragrance at all. I'm gonna spray this at like 10 p.m. when I'm gonna be going out until like, I don't know, 2 or 3, you know? So this scent, again, wore it a couple times. It's not my favorite, but it's interesting, it's good, and right now I'm more curious about it than anything, and that's always a good thing, because a lot of times when I try new fragrances, I'll put them on my skin, I'll wash them off, and I wouldn't even think twice about wanting to wear it. And that actually happened recently with a Prada fragrance that I tried, if you guys watched that video, okay? And in first place, Salt and Pepper Precious Liquid. This was my most used fragrance this month, in a month where I wasn't really wearing fragrances. But if you watched my live the other day, I made one. I'm trying to recount how many lives I did this month. But I wore this as my scent of the day recently. I went out, got another compliment from a woman, and I do want to just express this again. I don't wear fragrances for compliments. And this is something that is kind of like a baseline thing, because people always want to say like, well, I wear it for me, of course. Like that's, again, bare minimum. So this is a scent that I just love whenever I wear it. And it's always just an extra little cherry on top when I'm around people, and they also really, really enjoy this fragrance as well. And for me, I keep this between 3 to 5 sprays. I don't put on too much of this scent, even if I'm like fully going out. Now, again, I've realized that in general, I'm just pulling back with my sprays, where they're more noticeable if you're right next to me, or if I'm giving you a hug. If you're not right next to me, I could care less if you smell my fragrance. I just want it to be something that when we're interacting together and you kind of catch it a little bit, like, ooh, right? And then it draws you in, and then it starts more of a conversation and stuff. I like that level of seduction, sensuality with the fragrances, especially, you know, when you're flirting, you're doing whatever, conversation's going good, and then on top of that, while you're in the middle of that conversation, you know, she catches a whiff of your scent and you smell sexy. It's just like, it's a win-win sort of thing. So this has always been, I mean, y'all, how many years have I been talking about this fragrance already? Like 2 years, and definitely over a year. But really, really love this. This is probably the most consistent fragrance in my lineup during this series. But this one is a very masculine scent. I talked about it on TikTok recently, and it was funny. Somebody was saying that they're like, it's a male repellent scent. Which is, honestly, I thought it was hilarious, just because I've always said that this is a fragrance you wear, especially as a lesbian myself, like when I want something that's going to be sexy to women and that men are not going to blink an eye at, I already know I can pull for this fragrance. So it works out perfectly for me. So love Salt and Pepper. Again, this is my number 1. And the top 3, again, the ones that I actually wore, the 4 and 5, I'm honestly probably going to wear next month more, especially like when it gets colder. I will definitely be wearing Dior Homme 2020. But anyways, in the comment section below, let me know what fragrances y'all are rocking, and also let me know what fragrances you want me to review so I can keep an eye out for you guys. I've been getting a lot of Lattafa requests, so interested to try more things from that house. But if there's any others, please let me know. And again, discount codes, discount links for sites like gray market sites pinned in the comment section below. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.